Hey, today we're here talking to Amanda. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
How long have you been homeless?
2 years this month.
2 years. And what caused you to be homeless?
I bought a mobile home in a mobile home park that your utilities, your space rent, and your mortgage all came on one bill. So if you couldn't pay that entire thing, they wouldn't accept a partial payment. And the first time we were late in 7 years, we received eviction papers the next month, and then they slapped a $250 late fee on that. On top of that, couldn't pay that. It took them 2 years to get us out, but they finally did. And they said if we left the house within a 2-week period, they wouldn't do any home repossession. Nothing bad would go on my credit, so on and so forth. So I had to drop my children off at their dad's.
How long has it been since you've seen them?
Oh, I see them all the time.
How long have you been homeless?
It's 2 years this
2
month.
years?
Yeah. It was May 25th.
You see them all the time? How old are they?
26, 22, and 18 and 15.
And do they know you're out here?
Yeah.
Do they ever, come out to see you or
Yeah.
help you? Or
Yeah, they do all the time. And they were sort of, because they knew what was happening, and, when I had to drop them off at their dad's, and, that was still my fault. I couldn't provide the roof, so they say it's not my fault, and, so they were like overly involving themselves in my homelessness, and I had to tell them, like, nobody's going to tell you this, but these are the best years of your life, so you need to be kids, you need to have fun, and, don't worry about us so much, me and my boyfriend Chris, and, hang out with friends, because they were wanting to come out all the time, like every day, and, anything that happened, they were just worried about it, and any news report they saw on the AV scanner, they thought it was me and Chris getting burned up or whatever tragedies were happening that day, and but yeah, they come out often, and they wouldn't let me not see them, you know what I mean, like, so I'm lucky for
they
that.
don't offer you a place to stay, or?
Well, my oldest, she does want me to live with her in another state, but I've got the 3 younger ones that are here. And my 22-year-old, she lives with her boyfriend and his parents, and it's not, that kind of party. The same thing with my 18-year-old. She lives with her best friend and her family. She rents a room over there. And my 15-year-old is with my friend, my good friend, and no, she couldn't offer me a place to stay,
So where do you usually sleep at night?
Anywhere I can. Sometimes I have a tent. We don't have one right now. Sometimes in the alley over there behind the furniture store. Sometimes on this corner here by AM/PM, we've had a tent a couple of times there, but the city comes and quickly takes it down,
Yeah.
And sometimes we'll just throw up some blankets. We like to sleep behind this particular bank, or, just pretty much wherever we can,
So a lot of people out here dabble in drugs. Do you do that?
Yeah.
So is that part of why you're homeless?
It didn't cause it, no. I've got chronic pain issues, and I was on pain management for 12 years, and
What happened?
I broke my back when I was 11, and it never hurt. They said that I would have all these problems, It never really bothered me unless it was going to rain, the arthritis pain, until I had my 4th daughter, and then, it just didn't really get better. I kept getting stuck. I think my back was going out or something, and it just never really got better, and the MRIs, it shows up all on the MRIs, When I applied for disability, I got it immediately, 5 months, and that doesn't often happen. But now all the discs are sliding forward and downwards, But you can't be bedridden and homeless. You just can't be. I had been clean for 12 years.
What is it that you do?
Meth and fentanyl.
That's very dangerous. Are you addicted to where you have to have it now? Or you start to get
I tried
sick?
to get off the pain pills cold turkey. I went 7 days cold turkey, and it didn't get any better. I was extremely sick and in so much pain. And when it was time to go get my prescription on, that Monday, I just said, go get the freaking prescription, and that was it. And then the doctor had found weed in my system, and most pain management doctors are okay with weed. Mine wasn't, and so they had cut me off, he said, for a month. And I had worn a fentanyl patch, during pain management, and so when we couldn't find any pain pills to replace my prescription for the month, he said the only thing he could find was fentanyl. And I said, well, get that, I know what that is. Needless to say, I died the next morning.
Oh, wow.
I had to be Narcan for the first time ever. And after that, I got on Suboxone, but they would mess with me a lot, on my fill date. They give you like a 30-day prescription or a 28-day prescription, depending on the doctor and all that,
Mm-hmm.
And they would still tell me that it's not due for 4 days when it was, and there was nothing I could do to get them to release it early or anything, so I'd be trying to look for somebody to sell me some or something, anything. And eventually I just started substituting with fentanyl because it's all I could find. I tried to find heroin, but nowadays you can't find heroin. I've never even seen heroin, but I've heard it was safer.
Yeah.
I've heard that you don't die like as bad as as quickly
Mm-hmm.
or as you do from fentanyl, and but I haven't been able to find it. So I've been at Narcan 4 times total now.
Oh, wow.
And last summer, somehow, being on the streets, I couldn't seem to keep the Suboxone. They went missing several times, and
So people take your stuff, right?
I think it was one person in particular, and
Yeah.
somebody else said that they saw them with my stuff in their, pocket. I think it was one person in particular, either throwing them away, selling them, or taking them himself. And so I've just been on fentanyl now. This is what I'm doing, and now I'm in the process where I'm looking for solutions, thinking about the shot, or, I just wish I could just not have to be on anything I don't like, depending on something. What if the world goes to crap? What am I going to do? Oh, wait, I need to go find some fentanyl? Like, what? I just want to be normal.
Have you ever gone to rehab?
Yeah, when I was had my 12-year sobriety, I was still going to meetings, and that's how I got clean, was rehab, outpatient rehab, and meetings,
You're not thinking about going back?
Yeah, I am. I'm just, with my income, I'm not real gung-ho to go rent a room right now or whatever it is, and to not be able to afford food or utilities or anything else, and to be facing a eviction again in another 3 or 4 months. I'm just not, itching to do that. And, when you're thin like me, they never think health problems. They automatically think druggy. Even when I was sober, I was still very thin. And people still thought I was a druggie, So it's not easy to find a room for rent like this. And out here, there is no housing. They're all trying to push us to LA. They want us to look for things in LA, or Santa Clarita. So I'm not willing to, I'm not really ready to face the judgment when looking for a room or an apartment or whatever it is. I'm not going to be able to afford it, and it's going to be hard to get anybody to even rent to me, So.
And your boyfriend, it is? Yeah. Where is he right now?
He was panhandling by McDonald's, but he disappears a lot.
But he knows that you're here and he meets back with you?
Yeah.
That's good. Well, I want to say thank you and God bless you. And, things will get better, but you just have to put one foot in front of the other. You got to be ready. I know you got to be ready to go back to therapy, but
Yeah.
that's a really good option.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.